I walked away from the Democratic Party back in 2014. A big reason I walked away from that party was
I believe for the rest of my life I'll be doing the Lord's work. I'm going to make sure no black person is a Democrat ever again. I hope you got enough common sense and critical thinking to understand what's going on right now. I'm about to give you all the facts. Every day I think I'm going to come on here and tell you what these clowns have done to you. Can you just notice that they never got a solution for you and they always calling you a victim?
Yes, the other day we talked about Michelle Obama on this channel. I think I put out two videos concerning her. There is something more concerning. This guy you saw at the beginning of this video took his time and put out a 3-minute video talking about Obama and why he left the Democrat Party. Like, that is not enough. Another lady came out and she was very sincere on this clip. When I look at it, comparing to what we are witnessing today, it clearly tells me a lot of people are dumb. They don't understand the mission these people have. It is more important we take an exclusive look into all this. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm if you share the video.
I believe for the rest of my life I'll be doing the Lord's work. I'm going to make sure no black person is a Democrat ever again. I hope you got enough common sense and critical thinking to understand what's going on right now. I'm about to give you all the facts. Every day I think I'm going to come on here and tell you what these clowns have done to you. Can you just notice that they never got a solution for you and they always calling you a victim? That's number one. You always need Medicaid. You always need food stamps. You always need government assistance. Why? Why you can't need a job? Why you can't need an education? Why you can't need a better job? Why you can't need a house? Why you can't need a better car? Why you can't need better things than government assistance? Lyndon Johnson said he gonna have voting for Democrats for the next 200 years because that's how goofy you is. They filibustered the Civil Rights Act. It was the last record they had in Congress. They took men out of your homes. They would rather than be homosexual than to be a man in a home raising a family. Do y'all not see this? They claim to be Christians but do everything against God. Are y'all Christians? I do not understand what's happening. Do you believe God's word or do you make it fit to your lifestyle? I do not understand what's going on. Was the dashikis not enough? When they walk their ass out there with dashikis on and your ass ain't never been to Africa. But they thought the dashiki was unity for you. They play in your damn face. They play in your face and you let them do it. You let them work up your emotions. You let them build fear. What happened to us being slaves now? We supposed to be slaves 6 months into the Trump presidency and all locked up in concentration camps. These niggas.
Yes, there is something more interesting about this video. When these people continue to put you to depend on the system, they will continue to use you. This has been happening for a very long time because they understand that if we continue to give you this, do this, you'll be depending on the system. Whatever thing we say, you follow. Why can't you get something for yourself? Start doing something, get a job. Immediately you will realize that it is now more important for you to look at right and wrong, who is doing more things for people to be themselves than depending on others. You will see things rightly. And this has been a problem with the black community. And I'm glad that people like this, they are waking up, they are saying the truth with what is going on. This guy actually had a different experience with the Obama administration. Immediately, he changed his party.
I walked away from the Democratic Party back in 2014. A big reason I walked away from that party was Obama and Obamacare. Okay, I was able to see the so-called great economy that he had. See, in 2014, I was just getting out of college, kind of telling y'all my age. I was able to get a pretty decent job, that afforded me my first car, my first condo. I was able to live on my own and do pretty good. If you're familiar with San Diego, you know a lot of people cannot afford to live by themselves. You have people that's 20, 30, even 40 years old living with roommates, barely getting by, y'all, but they refuse to leave California. 2014, Obamacare officially hit, okay? A lot of people that had insurance already, premiums just skyrocketed, doubled, some people's even tripled the price. And if you were like me at the time and you had health care through your job, a lot of those companies did not want to pay the just sudden uptick in costs. So what did they do? They went the legal route, and you do not have to pay health care for part-time workers. So they moved a lot of people from full-time to part-time. My hours went from 40 hours a week to 24 hours a week, y'all. I went from doing really well to barely getting by. And the only reason I got by was because I had to pick up another job. I was working in the daytime and working graveyard. I was down there as a young man trying to hustle. Okay? So they was telling us that the Obama economy was doing so well. But what they was tricking us doing, they was counting job numbers because many like myself had to go get a second. Sometimes people was getting 3 jobs, y'all. 3. So Obamacare, yes, it may have given health care to some people, but it took health care away from a lot of people that already had it. And if they didn't take it away, the prices were just ridiculous. And let's not forget, the people that did stop paying their health care, if they didn't have it, we got a fine during tax season. I got fined 2 years in a row for not having health care, y'all. So please tell me how Obama's economy was so good. It hurt so many people, and it hurt me definitely, and I'll never forget it. And after that moment, I started doing all of my own research into the Democratic Party and doing history on them, and I just see how they've been destroying things since forever. But if you remember that, let me know how much y'all premiums were before Obamacare, and let me know how much it was after, because I know I wasn't the only one. See y'all later.
Dots. Most people voted the wrong way because they were uneducated, and that's not to call them dumb, but literally life sometimes is life, and you're trying to keep a roof over your head, keep food on the table, trying to make sure that your kids have what they need, and so you're not tuned in to the endless news cycle, or you don't know what the truth is. Y'all need to connect the dots. You need to tell them if they're losing out on their $6 a day in SNAP benefits, it's because of the people in power. If they're about to lose their Medicaid, which may be called something else in the state of Georgia, y'all need to learn the Georgia name for it and say you about to lose it because of them. If you've got somebody that's got a high risk pregnancy right now and they're saying, I got to leave the state because I may end up, because we saw what happened to that young lady that they decided that.
Yes, you can see how people are actually understanding, comparing what is going on currently with what they saw with Biden and Obama. This guy changed his mind and left the Democrat Party because of what he witnessed. Comparing that to now, there is a great change. According to him, I went through his TikTok videos to see what he actually put out on daily basis. This is Jasmine replying to some of these people by telling them, oh, they voted because they are dumb. Yeah, they didn't understand why they are voting for Trump. Calling Trump supporters all sort of names. That has been a thing she has been doing for some time now. When I see it, I ignore because she's a ghetto Democrat. That is how I always tempt her every single time when I put out videos concerning her. These people are wise. Black people, for a very long time, they have been played by the Democrat Party in a way that is, let me not even mention it here on this video. I didn't want to go along with this video. I always like to always put it short like this so you can easily get it. I want to appreciate you for supporting me, sharing out my videos. If you see short clips after this, that is for the YouTube algorithm. Please, I'm begging you, share the video.
No.
Decided that they want to go after. I think that my heart is going to carry a level of weight. Position.
Left.
Situation where this
line up for my advice. It's like,
why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like
She's seriously depressed about how hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful of what may happen to her.
Followers for anything. And then
Registration Act is
talking about
Term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
how bad is his reputation going to be?
we have so many.
Carnival does not have to worry about me.